Good morning, everybody. It's your good buddy 650 Ebe here, and we're back at Ducati Detroit for part 2 of our installation of dyno shootouts. We've returned with some amazing bikes. We have some new bikes on the scene that we're going to weigh and put on the dyno. Make sure that most of these bikes, at least the stock bikes that don't have engine mods and stuff like that, have the exact same air pressure. And Nick, what air pressure do you like to use when bikes are on your dyno?
40 pounds, typically. Just the more inflated the tire, the less restricted it is on the drum. It doesn't catch the drum as hard, so it free spins a little easier. Okay. And it's pretty small variance, but typically makes just a better number in general.
What are your ground rules here for this dyno shootout?
40 psi in each tire. We're going to get the bike up to temperature, probably like 165 degrees, 155, somewhere in there. And all the bikes that are competing against this one will go in the same temperature range to make everything fair. Do 3 to 4 pulls, whatever it takes to make the peak horsepower, and keep every variable the same, basically.
Okay, fair enough. Okay, V4R was our first culprit here on the dyno, and what is this dyno graph say to you?
The graph itself, the stock map, is definitely compensating with a lot of fuel. It's running super rich, 11.5 in the mid-range, which is absolutely insane. Even like low 12s at peak. So yeah, for stock ECU, that's a lot of power. Still made almost 200 with it being humid today.
Yeah.
There's a lot left though on the bike for sure, though, like some ECU work. Just fuel adjustments alone would probably put it like 205, 206.
Wow.
So Yeah, and that's not messing with any timing, any restrictions or nothing like that, so.
All right, let's put something else on this dyno.
Yeah, let's get it going.
How'd you do?
185?
Not bad.
No.
Miles, what all do you have done to this bike?
It's got the drop-in kit cams, sprint filter, ECU flash, full exhaust, and I think that's about it.
And what type of fuel you're running?
E85.
E85. And who flashed your ECU?
Nick Russo down in Florida.
Okay. Cool, man.
Thank you.
Nice numbers.
It's a little richer.
Yeah, it's rich.
Yeah.
Even on E85, that's fat.
All right, so we have a 2016 R1 on the dyno. With what type of exhaust is this? Competition Works? Yep. And it just produced 160 horsepower.
Oh, yeah.
See the graph right there? This is for one of Nick's customers. He's going to make some adjustments to it at a later date, Nick. You'll take care of this guy?
Little adjustment down low, but up top it's perfect.
Okay. Well, Nick, since this is a bike that you tuned, do you have any thoughts about its performance today?
No, it performed great. That air-fuel ratio is still damn near spot on like it was before.
Yes.
Yeah, it's doing exactly what it should. Nice, clean pull right there. Looks like 181 on a humid day is pretty good.
Yes, sir. 181 it is. All right, next up. impressed.
Yeah, that's a good number.
Yeah.
196. Yeah, and if you look at the air-fuel ratio down here, see how much smoother it is compared to the other two?
This bike has a flash, has an ECU flash. From the Open Flash tablet.
Gotcha. That would make more sense on why that looks a lot better than the other ones.
Yeah.
Once I saw that, I figured something was up with that bike because no stock tune looks like that.
Yeah.
That's good though. That's nice, clean curve and everything.
Yeah. These guys at Open Flash, my good buddy Manny from Motomillion supplied us with the tablet for that.
And so, 86 foot-pounds of torque. Yeah, that's good.
All right.
Oh,
look at this
look
guy.
at you.
You like
Hello,
this
Mr. Mayor.
Yes.
That's gonna embarrass your S1000 pretty sadly.
Oh yeah. If they could take some weight out of this thing, it'd really embarrass it.
It's a heavier bike.
It's a lot heavier.
Yeah.
Did you sit on both these bikes?
Yeah.
Okay. And it's 22 pounds heavier or 20?
It was 20 pounds. We re-rated with the exhaust on it today, and it weighed less. I forgot what it weighed, but still weighs more by about 15 pounds or so
Okay.
than the S1000.
10 years old, 15 pounds.
Yeah.
You know what I'm getting at, right?
Yeah.
Okay. You know, whatever. I think everybody says that Aprilia, or I'm sorry, that BMW, you know, was paved the road for super bikes today, but everybody forgets about this little Piaggio group motorcycle here that came out at the same time that I think was an amazing bike also.
Yeah. I personally can't wait until it's 100% restyled, which is coming soon. The RS660 looks like a great bike, so we'll see. All right, so we got the S1000RR. On the dyno, we did 3 pulls for it, and the highest number was 192 horsepower and 83 foot-pounds of torque. So it looks like it gained about 3 foot-pounds of torque with the installation of the exhaust.
Yeah, it feels good on a dyno. The pull felt strong, definitely in the mid-range. But just like your Ducati, that bike and this new bike needs a tune horribly.
Wow.
As you can see, it's running like between 7 and 8 grand there. It's running 15 AFR, which is extremely
Where's that demonstrated on this?
Right there. That's why I marked it, so like the 15.1.
Yes.
That's super lean on any bike. And then as it goes into higher RPMs, to be safe, they put it super rich. So there's a lot left on so far on that Ducati and this 2020 BMW for sure.
So we got Nick drinking a refreshing beverage that he never had before, the Izzy drinks that I brought him for the first time. You like them, Nick?
Yeah, they're good, man.
What about you, Josh?
Fantastic. Yeah, I got sparkling Clementine. It's awesome, man.
Sponsorship at its best. So we've got the overlays of the maps in here that people have asked for on the screen for your viewing pleasure. And you can see, this is the torque overlays, huh, Nick?
Yes, it is. It's the overlay of the Aprilia, the 2020 S1000, EBS giveaway 2018 R1M, and the baddest bike there is, the V4R.
Nick said that. I didn't force him to say that either. Awesome. So what does all this mean?
Basically it shows, just so everyone knows, each bike was pulled in 5th gear. Every bike had just about 40 pounds of pressure, so there's no outside variables. All the fans were running, so it is what it is for torque. Everything was hooked up properly, so there's no outside variables.
Yeah.
So what you see is real. It is what it is, whether you're disappointed or not.
Yes.
And you can see at the bottom graph shows the RPM all the way across, so you can see that each line is a different bike.
Yes.
And it's ramped out as high as it can go to the limiter.
Okay. Can we switch that over to a horsepower graph?
Yes. So now that's your horsepower, air-fuel ratio versus your RPM. Again, these are identical horsepower and torque on the last one. Done in 5th gear, like I said, 40 pounds in tire. You can see every bike was hit to the rev limiter, and looks like the V4R made the most horsepower, yes, right under 200. Yeah, and it is humid in here.
Yeah.
You probably see we're sweating.
Yes. So we round this up, Nick. That's 200 horsepower,
right.
199.86. Next up was the RSV4 1100 factory, 196.24, which is 196 horsepower. The S1000RR, all new for 2020, 192 horsepower. And the R1M did a respectable 181 horsepower, especially when we saw that R1S only produced 160 on the same dyno, same day.
That is correct, yeah. And honestly, the V4R, the Aprilia, and the BMW, they both will eventually make more power once that air fuel gets straightened out and you get like an actual dyno tune. The only bike that was actually dyno tuned was your R1M.
Yes.
But so there's more left than those 3 out of the 4 bikes.
Wow, impressive. Well, Nick, thanks so much for coming out again. You got to meet with some of your fans, and you got to do some work out here too. We got some guys outside hoping that you have your laptop with you so you can flash their ECUs.
I'm biked out tonight. I'm pretty tired already.
Okay, we're gonna get out of here. Thank you too, Josh, for coming out.
Right on, man, always.
All right. I enjoyed myself here at Ducati Detroit today. It was a beautiful, beautiful event. Lots of people showed up. Lots of people got to figure out what their bikes weighed and how much power they produced on Ducati Detroit's beautiful dyno. So I think it turned out well. I hope you enjoyed this video, folks. Stay tuned for more. We're going to put the bikes back on the dyno at some point. We're going to bring out my Ninja H2 for the dyno, my Panigale 1199R, and some of my other bikes, the EBR 1190RX. We're going to try to get our hands on my good buddy Mohammed's Aprilia RSV4 LE, which is a 998cc motorcycle, to see what that bike can do. So stay tuned. Lots and lots and lots of cool stuff coming to the 650 EB YouTube channel. I got to get back in there and help Nick Marino put more bikes on the dyno. Thanks so much for viewing. We'll catch you next time.